For my project, I chose to do a work party with the lead program to remove some of the invasive species from the Sealam Hill Arboretum. The reason for doing so is because the invasive species are very harmful to the plants in the native to that area. Blackberries and English ivy, for example, were brought to this area from other parts of the world as a kind of broad definition. English ivy was brought when constructing Old Main by us. We brought it, and so it has spread into the arboretum. Although it may look pretty and blackberries may taste really good, but these species come in and they spread dramatically and overall impact the ecosystem of the area in a very negative way. Blackberry seeds will get picked up by birds and spread out in that way. Same goes for English ivy. But blackberries also have a very strategic reproduction system with their roots and also expand very rapidly that way as well. But English ivy is much easier to remove. One major reason for removal of these two plants is because they both block out the sunlight from other native species. Most plants require photosynthesis to absorb sunlight and through their chloroplasts and produce nutrients and ATP in order to live. So sunlight is their energy source, and without that they die. And without that we're going to have a hard time getting oxygen. Another reason they take up space for the natives. Another reason is they take up space for the native species to grow, and they die out and can't reproduce. English ivy especially like to suffocate plants and trees by growing up around them and causing structural weakness. But kind of sort of the overarching main idea, major problem is the ecosystem biodiversity. Genetic variability along with more diversity is going to be a healthier ecosystem, which provides more habitats for more species, which will just cause more and more growth, which you want. And with the introduction of invasive species, like I've talked about, native species will over time will get wiped out and diversity will lessen and the ecosystem will no longer function. That is unless, of course, the current animals and plant species evolve and adapt to build up defense or turn it into a resource of some kind that, as opposed to just a virus. So yeah, natural selection, if it will survive. For now though, I don't know if that will happen, so we'll just keep removing these invasive species and keep the hill healthy and productive.